When Lamar becomes president in 1838, he's very different from Sam Houston. Here you can see some ways that they're alike and different from each other. Now, President Lamar's approach to Texas was to grow it and keep it independent. He believed that the Native Americans did not have a right to live in Texas, and that their land should be given to the whites. Lamar favored going to war with the Native Americans and even Mexico, if need be, to keep Texas independent and strong. Now, Lamar's generals forced the Cherokees out of East Texas and actually into what is present-day Oklahoma, or Indian Territory as it was known at that time. Lamar also wanted the Comanches out of southwest Texas, and he sent the Rangers in, and there was lots of skirmishes. The Comanches would raid white settlements, the Rangers would then attack Comanche settlements, and things were going badly. So it was agreed that the Comanche leaders and Texans would meet at a council house to negotiate some sort of peace. However, fighting broke out at the council house, and things ended poorly. Many of the Comanche chiefs were massacred, largely in retaliation for the fact that the Comanches had not brought all of their captives or prisoners with them when they entered San Antonio. Some of the people felt that the Texans were valid and seeking revenge, since the girl who was returned obviously had been tortured. Now, when news of the council house reached the Comanche villagers, they decided to go on a raid again, and this ended up being the Battle of Plum Creek. The Comanches actually killed the rest of their Texas prisoners. They raided towns, and the Texas Rangers then met them, and this results in the Battle of Plum Creek. At the same time, we're having problems with Mexico again. Remember, Mexico had never actually realized the treaties of Velasco. And again, we send in forces supposedly to try to invade Mexico. Keep in mind that Texans thought that the border between Mexico and Texas was actually the Rio Grande, whereas Mexicans felt it was the Nueces River. In addition, Lamar wanted the valuable trade route which was found in New Mexico. So, believe it or not, he sends Texans to New Mexico to try to convince the citizens of Santa Fe, New Mexico, that they are indeed Texans and not Mexicans. Well, the people of Santa Fe don't look at this too kindly, and actually some of these people on the Santa Fe expedition end up being killed. Others are put in prison. So again, not really successful for Lamar. It's a waste of money, and it makes us look ridiculous. Even though Lamar's attempt to gain the Santa Fe trade route was a waste of money, Lamar didn't really care about wasting money. Remember, he thought debt was a good thing, because then people would be interested in keeping the Republic of Texas around. In addition, he founds a new capital that he believes is actually more centrally located, and he names it in honor of Stephen F. Austin. This would be the Austin that we know of today. Now, another bad thing about its location is it was more susceptible to attack by Comanche Indians because it was out in the middle of Indian Territory. Also, don't forget, Lamar didn't really like Houston, so having a capital named for Houston probably wasn't high on his list of priorities, so Austin was a much better choice. Lamar is also known as the father of education for the reasons listed on this page, and therefore it's his legacy, probably one of the biggest and most lasting contributions that he made. Now, Lamar sends us deeply into debt. He actually prints money to the point where that money has little or no value. He spends money on battles that don't have any purpose, and to make some money, he actually ends up creating a land policy in which we sell land or give people land based on whether or not we owe them money. Now here you can see the problems that arose during Lamar's presidency and how those were solved. Here you see his three major policies: economic, land, and Native Americans. So you can see Lamar was quite a different president from Sam Houston. But don't worry, if you miss Houston, he'll be back again because he wins re-election in 1840 and he will become president for another